Hey guys, so I have been spending the day taking photos for a friend of mine's wedding. I took their engagement photos at a beach about 1.5 years ago, and now it's time for their wedding. And the honest to God truth is that I'm having a really hard time being here. She has a son, I think he's 3 or 4, and she's getting married to her son's dad. And I didn't think it was going to be really hard for me until the vows. And, it's like one of those moments again where it hits you that you're really a single parent and that your kid's parent decided that you weren't good enough, and so they decided to leave. And their ceremony was beautiful. He cried, she cried. There was not one dry eye in the entire church. And one of the things that she said during her vows was, and this is not verbatim, but she said, one of the first promises, and maybe it was the first promise you ever made me, was to always be here for me and our son. And ever since you made that promise, every promise since has been kept. And I just lost it behind the camera. I lost it because I wish that that was me. And as happy as I am for her, it's really hard for me. And when he started reciting his vows, talking about how much he can't even find the words to explain how much he loves her, and just how he'd never ever give up on her, and how he just thanked her and apologized for places where he was at fault, really crushed me. And it just always leads me back to this feeling of just feeling really defeated. And again, it's like I'm so happy for her, but it's like, God, why couldn't that be me? So I'm gonna go finish shooting her reception.
Up team. Now here's another single mom sitting in her car crying. I'm telling you, I'm seeing this more and more. So apparently this young lady, her friend is getting married, and she's a photographer, and she's actually seeing a woman being awarded the title of wife, right? And now she's envious. She's sitting in her car, and she's just not holding herself accountable that she wasn't able to achieve this. She's blaming everything but herself, right? Let me tell you, in America, women are gifted, awarded, naturally valued when they get born. As a female in this country, you have value as a young person. From the age of 20 to 30, you have your prime years to make the best decision possible. And don't be confused. Women know who the good men are. They just don't want you. They don't want you right now. They don't want a good man while they're in their prime years, while they have the best looks, their best features, their youth, fertility, all the things that men desire, right? While they're in those best years of their lives where they can cash in their value and get a good man. They choose not to do that. They have the power at that point. The dynamic shifts when they get older, and men have the value. Men have to work hard to get that value. And luckily for society, they have determined that men hold the key to relationships, and men hold the key to making a woman a wife. You have to earn that title. If a man bestows the title of wife on you, you have to earn it. And most women, most of the TikToks that I see, most of the videos that I see about women, they hold themselves in such high regard. They put themselves on such a high pedestal that they frown on men. They do their very best to eliminate men. They do their very best to only choose the top 10% of all men. and think that those men are going to be faithful. They think those men are only going to want them. So they make those decisions at a young age. They don't realize, they don't see the forest for the trees. They don't realize that it's a long game. Men know that in the real world, that we have to derive our value from our productivity, from our worth. You know, some of us are gifted with good looks, some of us, but even the men with good looks are not getting success with women in these days. You know, the standards that they create for us is so ridiculous. You know, I seen a woman that said that a man has to make $400,000 to even be with her. But let me not go too far away from this video, you know, because I think this lady has learned a very, very harsh lesson. You know, she chose a man that, I'm guessing, because she's good looking, she's still good looking, right? She chose a man that probably a lot of women want. And that man has options. And he did not choose her as a wife. But is she doing wifely duties? You know, most women that I run across, they don't even want to cook for you. They don't even want to cook for you. You know? They are so entitled. They think they deserve money. They because they're women, they think they just deserve your money. You know? They deserve to be worshipped. And it's a harsh reality when you realize that you're getting older and your looks are fading and you're not the prime prime body figure that you were when you were in your 20s. And now you're running out of options. It's a cycle, I'm telling you. Now they're looking for good guys. Now she's probably doing this for validation. She's probably looking for this for pity. And there's a lot of women that's gonna jump on and try to hype her up. You know, the sisterhood. But now she's probably looking for a good man to marry her. Women know all along that the best men for them, they know all along who the best men for them are. But that's not what they want. They want immediate gratification. They want intrigue. They want drama. They want spontaneity. They want to post pictures. They want to look good. They want to flash for the gram. Meanwhile, those men are not sticking around. Those men are not sticking around. All they're doing is making you single moms. You know, you become a single mom, and now your value is down. Your value is down, and you know, men are not going to want you. Not at the level that they did when you were in your prime years. You know, I hope she uses it as an opportunity to teach young women, you know, coming up, to break the cycle. You know, men think logically, man. We know what's good for us. We know the women that are good for us. We know the women that are just here for fun. We know the women we can pass around. We know the women that are for the streets. That term came up not by accident. You know, it didn't come up by accident. We know if she's for the streets, she's not a wife. You know, but you have to practice being a wife. In order for you to have this big old ceremony where everybody worships you, and you have that day where vows are being exchanged, and you are on this pedestal, and you get that one day to celebrate you have to be a wife. You have to learn to be a wife. You have to learn men's needs. You have to want to meet the needs of a man. And you have to gain and earn that title. I don't know how many times I gotta tell y'all this. But anyways, if you like what I do, guys, hit that thumbs up for your boy. See you guys on the next one. Peace.